Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. I am your host, Ringo, and we are back again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. What we're talking about is the Greece bombing. Yeah, that's right. A woman pretty much plotted to harm people, but she ended up getting taken out by her own wickedness. And what we could learn from this is how God will judge you when you plot and plan to do evil. I mean, she was trying to take a bomb to plant it somewhere to harm people, and it detonated in her own hand, taking her out. Isn't that amazing? That's what you call swift judgment, guys. And a lot of times we have enemies in our lives, both foreign and domestic, and they plot to do evil. And this is exactly how it be. They plot. And for whatever reason, she got taken out by her own wickedness. And I want people to learn from that. I want people to think about that. You know, I want you to think about all the people in your life that have been plotting and doing evil and doing all sorts of mess. And you wondering, well, when are they going to get their just due? When are they going to get taken out? Well, it's not really about them getting taken out. We're talking about the severity of the plot. You know, sometimes people plot to have you killed. Sometimes they plot to have you lose your job. Sometimes they plot to cause you mental stress. Depending on the severity of the plan to harm you will result in the kind of judgment they get. That's how it works. But let me get into the story here. It says that a woman was killed in Greece over the weekend after a bomb she was allegedly carrying through the streets exploded. According to the reports, a 38-year-old unidentified woman was carrying around a live bomb in northern Greece when the bomb detonated in her hands, killing her around 5 a.m. on Saturday. So around 5 a.m. in the morning, she decided that the best thing in life to do with her time was to carry around a live bomb, and her intent was to harm people. So she was judged. And she paid the price. It goes on and it says, in photos from the scene, you can see the destruction left behind from the explosion. Complete storefronts and cars are totaled from the blast. Authorities believe the woman was planning on planting the bomb outside a local bank's ATM. So if she was planning to put the bomb by an ATM, that means she was planning on harming people, innocent people that didn't do anything to her personally. And this is how sick society is, where people plot evil. And I want you good people out there to understand that when we report on stories like this, there are people that do this to you all the time. You just don't know who they are, but they do these kind of things, and you're trying to figure out like, why would anybody want to plot on me? I don't do nothing to nobody. It has nothing to do with that. Some people just wake up in the morning with evil intent, and they do these things. You could be driving on the road on your way to work, and you can have other motorists plotting on how they're going to make you crash, plotting on how they're going to cut you off, brake check you, cause you to make mistakes. They do this all the time. Sometimes, a matter of fact, I would bet 90% of you had this happen to you, where you got somebody in front of you driving, and they're driving kind of slow. And when it comes towards the red light, they'll make it through, but you end up getting caught by the light. And they did that on purpose to slow you down. How many of that happened to you? Put a 1 in the chat. where you know the person in front of you is doing this on purpose. It's a one lane, you're trying to get through and they moving slow, and then the light is there, they going slow, then they speed up and they go through the light and you get caught by the light. And now you stuck and they disappear. You see what I mean? That's a clear example of somebody plotting and planning. Now you would think if you're driving, just go your way. Why would you be plotting and planning and playing and you're driving a motor vehicle? Ain't no time to be plotting and planning and doing stupid stuff. But this is what happens with a lot of people. They wake up in the morning with rage. They wake up in the morning with demons on their back. And they have nothing else better to do than do evil. Right? So it goes on and it says, authorities believe the woman was planning on planting the bomb outside of local banks, a local bank's ATM, but it detonated before she got to the location. Ain't that good news? It detonated before she got to the location. Now, of course, in the process, it blew up. So, property was damaged, storefronts was damaged. Hopefully nobody else got hurt in the blast because it was around 5 a.m. So hopefully she's the only one that perished, which would be a good thing because she deserved it, because she wanted the same fate to happen to someone else. She wanted someone else to get blown up into pieces, but it happened to her. And this is exactly what happened to your enemies that plot against you, right? So it detonated before she got to the location. It says the woman was rushed to the hospital. I don't know how she was rushed to the hospital. She had to be in pieces with missing parts. I don't understand by the look of the blast from the photos. It's very clear to me that that woman was in pieces and missing body parts and limbs. There's no way that she was fully intact, So she got judged for her own evil actions. I don't feel sorry for her one bit. It says the woman was rushed to the local hospital, but later died from her injuries she suffered in the blast. It's unclear if anyone else was injured. I hope that no one else was injured. I hope that nobody else was an innocent bystander that just kind of got hurt in the process. It says, according to reports, the woman had a criminal history, and police believe she was part of a ring tied to an anti-authoritarian figure who's already in jail for robberies. And see, this goes back to the kind of people that do these kind of crimes. They're always a part of some anti-authoritarian group, a cult, some sort of leadership, and they have ill intent against other people. And they're just full of hate. They have nothing to live for, and they believe that somehow what they're doing is a mission from God. But God judged this woman. This woman was put to death instantly. God saw that her evil intent was going to probably harm women and children. And he said, no, we're going to take you out. And I'm glad he did. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate for the property loss, but all of that stuff can get replaced. A life cannot get replaced. And she was trying to take lives. She was trying to kill people, innocent people that didn't do no wrong, and she got judged. And again, what I want all of you to learn, all of you good people to learn, is that when you look at stories like this, the bomb detonated in her hand while she was carrying it, which means she underestimated her own plot. She didn't calculate the cost. She didn't realize she had a live bomb walking around that could detonate at any moment. The slightest movement can trigger the bomb, but she didn't understand, which means someone else gave her the bomb, which means somebody else gave her the bomb to go plant. She did not make the bomb, because a person who builds up a bomb understand the risk. They understand the safety precautions. She didn't understand. Somebody put her to go do the dirty work. And what we're going to learn again, when people plot against you, when people do evil, normally someone else sends them. Normally someone else get in their ear and they do the evil bidding of their master. So it's either the devil send people to plot against you, or other people get in their ears and then they plot against you. and they'll send them to go do the dirty work. And sometimes they don't understand what they're doing. And then God end up judging them. How many people in the crowd, how many people in the live chat, how many people that are viewing had people that plotted against you and the Most High judged them? You don't see them no more. You don't hear about them no more. Their lives fell apart. You're wondering what happened to them. Well, they got judged. They were playing around with the wrong person, and eventually due time came, they got their just due. That's why I stay out of the way, do my own thing, stay away from cults and wicked people. Now, wicked people are going to plot. They do it all the time. Every day we wake up, somebody's doing evil. And I always wonder why this world is so filled with so much evil, where people just get up in the morning and they just want to plot. They just want to do evil. Like, what are the benefits of this? They believe they're doing something good. In their sick minds, they believe they're doing something good. And this is how your enemies feel. They believe that if they could kill you, the world will be a better place. What made that woman go outside with a bomb to plant, allegedly, at an ATM? Because she was poisoned by someone. Some hate group got in her mind and made her feel that she was doing the right thing. And this is how your enemies are. They have no soul. That's why I don't feel sorry for enemies. I don't love enemies, both foreign and domestic. You can't love enemies. They're evil. They're from the dark side. They're demons. Her intent was to kill anybody, which include children. She didn't care. So guess what? She paid the price with her own life. And now she's in the outer darkness, weeping and gnashing with teeth. Because why? She risked her life, lost her life in the process, and no one else died but her. Ain't that great? Got exactly what she was looking for. She effed around and she found out. She effed around and she found out. That was a blessing. So today's lesson I want you to walk away with is this. Your enemies are plotting, but the bomb that they set for you is going to detonate in their own hand. Rate, comment, and subscribe. We out of here. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings. We out.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.